Hello everybody, we are going to start the class now. Okay, so uh, in the last three classes that I have uploaded on ELMS, we did tenses more or less. So we did present perfect tense, present perfect continuous, past continuous, past perfect tense, and then future tense as well. Now, I'm going to tell you some things like you go to ELMS, download the classes, and study them. If you have any problem, you can send me an SMS or uh, send me a message on Facebook or give me a call or send me an email. I will try to reply to your message. Now, what I want from you is your cooperation. Full cooperation, complete cooperation. If you don't cooperate, then this online classes are not going to be effective. So I want that you take part in the classes and you take part in the activities that we do, and later on you download the classes, study them, and ask me some questions if you have some questions, right? If you find something difficult or something you did not understand, then you ask me questions. I would love to answer. And after the university opens, we might have only 1 to 2 weeks classes. We have to finish all the exams within that period before the final exam comes. We have lots of quizzes. We have uh, two quizzes left. I think two or three quizzes left and one class test left. Some presentations are left, and uh, there would be some speaking tests and some listening tests as well. So there would be a lot of things after the university opens, but before that, I'd like to finish talking and lecturing about all the topics that we have for the final exam. Now, for the final exam, the topics that we are going to have are the topics that we discuss here and the topics we discussed in the class after the midterm. So after the midterm in the class we talked about some topics, if you remember. And yeah, so if you want to join, if you want to say something, uh, mm, you can type here in the chat box. You can type here in the chat box and then we can communicate, or you can switch on your mic and then ask me questions I'd like to answer. So that's how we can connect to each other. Now, when I when I upload the lectures on ELMS or YouTube or wherever, I will tell you, um, you'll have to download those lectures, the videos, and then you'll have to tell me that I have downloaded, sir, I have downloaded the lecture. You'll have to tell me, otherwise I will not give you the attendance. If you don't download the lectures from internet and then study and then send me an SMS or email me that, sir, I downloaded the file uh, from this source, you have to mention the URL link. The URL link, mention the URL, uh, mention the URL of the file that you download. When you mention the URL, I will understand that you have downloaded the file. Now, as you know, in our final exam, we will have reading, writing, listening, and speaking, these four parts. Uh, uh, we have done reading section in the class in 2-3 classes or 4 classes, and we have done some grammar items as well for the writing part, but still Many topics were left, so we are covering those topics through these online classes. Now, I'm waiting for some other people to join actually. If you are listening to me carefully, then I'll tell you that today we will have a class on capitalization and punctuation. We talked a bit on this topic in the class, capitalization and punctuation. We talked about this topic in the class a bit. We will talk further. We will try to find out some gaps and cover them. We will try to learn something new. Some new rules will be there. And we will revise the rules that we studied in the class as well. And in the chat box, in the right hand side of your screen or whatever, in the chat box, I will paste each slide here. I will paste each slide in the chat box. There will be some activities. You have to take part in those activities. If you don't take part, I will not give you the attendance for that class. Okay? And when I ask you a question, you have to switch on your mic and tell me the answers. Okay. Now, I will be going to the first slide very soon. Just give me some time. I'll go to the first slide. Right. Okay. So our topic for today's class is this: capitalization and punctuation rules. So we are going to learn some rules for capitalization as well as punctuation. Switch off the mic. Who's switch on? So we will go to the first slide, which is rules of capitalization. I tell you, this is going to be a very long class, so this class is going to be long, so you have to keep patience and you have to be with me. Okay? You cannot leave me. Okay? Now the first slide says, okay. The first slide says you have to capitalize the first word of a sentence. And normally we know this rule, that every English sentence, whatever we write, every English sentence starts with a capital word, capital letter, sorry. Start with a capital letter. Start every English sentence with a capital letter, whatever you are writing. Look at the examples that I have given. I am going to market. Where are you coming from? Hey, it's great to see you. How have you been? Now, how have you been means how are you or how are you, right?